don't want to be in existence for another year or anything along those lines. I think, if anything, the Commission is considering a request for a short extension.
1 week, 2 weeks, 3 months, 6 months?
Look, I mean, I hear you quipping about it, but it's actually a very serious matter for us. We have quite a number of witnesses who need to answer to very serious allegations that have been made in public testimony. And as you have seen today, there's more that is coming out. And so we are going through a very meticulous process of understanding and estimating how much time is going to be needed to get through what is on our current schedule. We are not talking about additional work. Of course, it is a complication that the Commission's mandate is very wide. And so to your question, I know you were saying it on a lighter note, but we could go on for years, actually, given the mandate that the Commission has. But we don't want to do that. We certainly, as the Commission, do not want to be in that position. And so we are looking at a request that accommodates the work that the Commission has set out for itself on its current schedule. And as I say, we are engaging with the presidency in that regard.
As a part of the extension, are you looking into expanding the scope, in other words, the terms of reference to include other things, or are you limiting it just to getting more time to actually conclude the current terms of reference?
I think that's a correct summary, Zianda. We have a very clear idea of what it is that we want to get through over the next few weeks, and to the extent that we need an adjustment to do justice to that work that we had set out for ourselves. Of course, I can't rule out the possibility of anything else. We have a mandate from the President, which is contained in our terms of reference. And as we have consistently said, we are trying to do justice as far as is possible within the reality that we are working with to that mandate.
Yusuf Abramji, how many witnesses are still outstanding, Jeremy, before the end of July? And if an extension is not granted, will there be a lot of allegations that will go untested?
Yusuf, I don't want to get into how many witnesses. We have said consistently that we have a long list of witnesses. That continues to be the case in spite of the progress that the Commission has made over the last few weeks, certainly since we delivered our second interim report to President Ramaphosa at the end of May. So there's a lot of work to be done, and I really wouldn't want to get into the detail of exactly how many witnesses we have to come. As you know, there are a few obvious candidates who must appear before the Commission. That, of course, includes Minister Mkhunu, as we have said previously. We also need to get into phase 3 of the Commission's work, whereby Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi and one or two others will need to come back to the Commission. But there's also the very serious work around what recommendations does the Commission make over the longer term. It is clear that we are dealing with a criminal justice system which is under strain from corruption, criminality, and alleged political interference. And so the Commission will likely want to hear from experts regarding what recommendations it should make in that regard.
So the speculation that a 3-month extension is something that you'll be asking the President for at this stage, to take it up to the end of November?
I wouldn't want to get into that detail.
So you've reached out to the EFF leader, Julius Malema, who's responded through an affidavit, but will you invite him to come to the Commission in person?
Well, let's see. This matter is in the hands, Pule, of the evidence leaders, and obviously the Commission is seeking to be fair to all those who have been implicated, as we have seen consistently. That is part of why the Commission has been taking strain in terms of its deadline. And so let's see what the evidence leaders decide.
Since we're already talking about this, is there any particular reason why Shadrack Sibiya has not been called back to give oral evidence?
Again, I wouldn't want to, that is a matter that the evidence leaders, Yanda, are dealing with. And if there is a need, then certainly we will call back any witness that we deem necessary.
Regarding Mr. Matlala, in light of the talks of a plea arrangement between him and the NPA, is that something that you'll be having regard of, or is going to face questions as per the allegations that have been made where it involves him, or are you going to say perhaps this will compromise his deal?
Well, Oliver, plainly put, there are very serious allegations relating to Mr. Matlala. That is why he has been subpoenaed to appear before the Commission. He has been issued with the necessary notices in terms of what the Commission wants to put to him. And we are simply going to execute on our mandate as it relates to Mr. Matlala and any other witness.
Are you